Hello class, this is lesson 1-15, Introduction to Order of Operations and PEMDAS with example problems. We will be going over solving math problems in the correct order. This is a Learning Needed channel. My request to students in all videos is to remember your reason to pass the GED test. Use that to motivate you to get that GED certificate. Second is don't give up, you got this. And third is to please like and subscribe to this video and my channel so that I can continue to produce more GED content in math and in all 4 subjects, and also to help with outreach so that other students that are studying for their GED exams can find my channel, and hopefully these videos can help them. If you're interested in one-on-one tutoring where I work with you live over video and we work on some practice problems, I go over a lesson or section that you are having particular difficulty in, or coming up with a study plan or anything to help you get that certificate with live help, I do have that service available in my website, which is in the video description below. The study material that I suggest to my students is the Kaplan GED Test Prep Book. It is that purple book there. They release a new edition every year and they make a few updates year to year. You don't need to get the latest year to have the best resource. If you find an earlier year at a slightly cheaper price, that should work as well. And one thing that I suggest to all students is to get their hands on the TI-30XS calculator, whether a real one or a virtual one, and learn how it works, learn all the functions related to the GED math test. If you are interested in getting a copy of the latest Kaplan book or the TI-30XS calculator, I do have links to purchase both of those in my video description below. That way you know you're getting the right one. All right, let's get started. Order of operations says how math problems must be solved in a very specific order. Solving them out of this order will give you the incorrect answer, and the order is as follows. First, you will solve the operations inside parentheses and groupings first. Groupings refers to operations that are occurring inside a group that may not be highlighted with parentheses. They may be highlighted with, or they may be shown with square brackets and curly brackets. Second, you will solve the exponents and roots. Next, you will solve multiplication and division as you see them from left to right. This one is particular because you may see division first as you read the problem from left to right. And the third step says that that is okay. You can solve division first. Unlike parentheses and exponents where you have to do those two in order, multiplication and division come as a group. They go together. Meaning that as you read the problem from left to right, whatever you see first, whether it's multiplication or division, solve that. And then you move on. And then you see another multiplication or division, solve that. But you're doing only multiplication and division first. And then finally, in the same manner as multiplication and division, the last step is that you will solve any remaining addition and subtraction problems as you see them from left to right. A very easy way to remember this order is with this acronym that is commonly referred to as PEMDAS. So looking at how PEMDAS works, the first letter stands for each step in the order of operations. P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponents and roots, M stands for multiplication, and D stands for division. And there is, again, that note that multiplication and division are solved in order from left to right. So this is to highlight that you don't solve all multiplication first and then go back and solve all division. No, you solve them as you see them from left to right. And in the same manner, A stands for addition and S stands for subtraction, and you do those two together as well in order from left to right. Now, if you remember PEMDAS and this is enough, that's great. But another very common tool that is taught in schools on how to remember PEMDAS is with an acronym, and that acronym is Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. So what they're telling you is, maybe you don't remember PEMDAS, maybe you don't remember what every operation is in the original PEMDAS, but if you remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and take the first letter of each of those words, that will give you the order of PEMDAS. You can also replace it with you can make up your own acronym. It doesn't have to be these words, just anything that helps you remember that first letter of each word in PEMDAS. And that's all there is to order of operations. It's solving the problem in that specific order previously given and using PEMDAS as a way to remember what that order is. So let's see how it works with this problem. Let's say that we are asked to solve 13 plus 2 in parentheses minus 2 times negative 2 to the second power. I'll tell you right now, it's already looking a little complicated. It looks very different than just 5 plus 7 minus 3 or anything that has been done in the past. But with PEMDAS, or order of operations, we'll see that it just keeps getting broken down into multiple answers that at the end give us what we're looking for. So looking at the P in PEMDAS, the first thing that we do is we look for parentheses that we need to solve, and that is the 13 plus 2. 13 plus 2 is an operation that is happening in the parentheses, and that is what we need to solve first. So solving 13 plus 2, just that section, that becomes 15, and we leave the rest of the solution, the rest of the equation alone. Now, there is a note here. You likely also saw the parentheses around -2, but single numbers in parentheses do not qualify for this step of parentheses in PEMDAS. And that is because there is no operation happening in the parentheses. Nothing is happening inside the parentheses of -2. That parentheses, that grouping is used to tell us that that number is negative. That's why that parentheses is there. But there's nothing to do inside that parentheses. There's no solving of -2. Unlike 13 plus 2, where we do get to add those two together to get another number, to get a solution, we don't do anything to -2. Therefore, that doesn't qualify as the parentheses step for PEMDAS. Moving on, the next step is exponents and roots. And here, the only exponent that we see is the -2 raised to the power of 2. So we solve that. -2 raised to the power of 2 is 4, and we replace that into the equation, and now the equation looks like 15 minus 2 times 4. So we're breaking it down. We're solving each piece, and you'll notice that the equation gets smaller, and at the end we'll have the answer that we're looking for. Next in PEMDAS is M and D, so multiplication and division from left to right. Looking at 15 minus 2 times 4, the only multiplication or division that I see is 2 times 4. So solving that and placing it back into the equation, 2 times 4 is 8, so the equation now becomes 15 minus 8. And finally, the last step is addition and subtraction from left to right, and the only operation left is a subtraction of 15 minus 8, and that is 7. So the answer here is 7. If we had not solved it in this order, it is very likely that we would have gotten the incorrect answer. So the order of operations tells us how to get the correct answer, because you can solve this in a different order. PEMDAS is not saying that it's the only way to solve it. There are multiple ways that it can be solved, but there's only way that it should be solved, and that is with the order of operations order. Let's look at another example. Solve 15 plus 2 in parentheses minus 7 in square brackets times 3 to the second power. So again, looks a little complicated, but we're just going to keep solving the pieces in order, and you'll notice they get smaller and easier to see. So the first step is parentheses. So we have this big parentheses, right? We have 15 plus 2, but then we have a bigger parentheses, or square brackets, a bigger grouping, and it includes minus 7. So when there are two levels of parentheses, in this case the regular parentheses we'll call it, and the square brackets, what you do is you work from the inside out. So the innermost grouping is the 15 plus 2 parentheses. So we'll start there. 15 plus 2 is what we're going to solve first, and that is 17. Now that we've solved that, we plug that back into the original equation, and that now looks like 17 minus 7 times 3 to the second power. Next, we have still in the parentheses, because we solved the innermost parentheses of 15 plus 2, but we are still left with the outer parentheses, or the square brackets, of 17 minus 7. So we're not done with the parentheses step. We now need to solve the square brackets, 17 minus 7. So solving that gives us 10, and we replace that into the original equation, and that now becomes 10 times 3 to the second power. And now we are done with parentheses. But let's again quickly look at what we did. We solved the regular parentheses first because those were inside the square brackets. So again, you solve from inside out, and the innermost grouping was 15 plus 2. Next in PEMDAS is the E, which is exponents and roots, and the only exponent or root that we see here is 3 to the second power. So solving that, 3 to the second power is 9. Replace that back into the original equation, and now the equation is 10 times 9. Multiplication and division from left to right is the next step, and that's the only step left. So it becomes 10 times 9, and 10 times 9 is 90. In this case, we didn't have to go to the addition and subtraction. There is no addition or subtraction to do, so we are done with the answer being 90. Let's go over one last example. Let's solve 4 plus 4 times 2 over 6 minus 2 plus 5. You'll see that it says 1 of 2, but that's only because I need 2 slides to show you the process. So let's start again with the P of PEMDAS, and that is the parentheses. And here I actually do see 2 parentheses, the one at the top and the one at the bottom of the fraction. In this case, I'm just going to go top to bottom and start solving the topmost. But you'll see here that it's not just a simple, as before, 15 minus 2 or just a one-step operation. There are 2 things happening here. Something is being added and something is being multiplied. So how do we start? Because the order in which we solve it does change. So let's just do some quick verbal math. 4 plus 4 is 8, times 2 is 16. But let's say that we do multiplication first instead of addition. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 4 is 12. 16 and 12 are different answers. So this is showing you how following PEMDAS will give you the correct answer and help you avoid the incorrect ones. So when you are solving inside of parentheses or grouping, you restart PEMDAS again. So now we are applying PEMDAS from the start on 4 plus 4 times 2. And if we go PEMDAS, or if we use PEMDAS on 4 plus 4 times 2 only, there is no parentheses, there is no exponents, and then we do multiplication and division first. And that is what we do. When looking at 4 plus 4 times 2, we do multiplication or division first, and then addition or subtraction. Because again, when you go inside a grouping, you restart PEMDAS, and MD or multiplication and division happens first. So solving 4 times 2, that becomes 8, and plug that back into the equation. It now looks like 4 plus 8 over 6 minus 2 plus 5. Now, we are still not done with that first parentheses at the top. We now need to solve 4 plus 8. That's the second step of, or that's the next step of PEMDAS, right? Addition and subtraction. So 4 plus 8 is 12. Plug that back into the equation, and now it looks like 12 over 6 minus 2 plus 5. And now we are done with the parentheses at the top. A very special consideration that I want you to take away from this is that 4 plus 4 first and then times 2 gives you a different answer than 4 times 2 first plus 4. It's multiplication and division first, and then addition and subtraction. Now in the original equation, we're still not done with the parentheses. We still have the 6 minus 2 parentheses, right? So let's solve that one next. 6 minus 2 becomes 4, and plug that back into the original equation. And now the equation looks a lot simpler at 12 over 4 plus 5. Now using this and continuing forward, we look for E of PEMDAS, and that is exponents and roots, and there are none. There are no exponents and roots, so we move on to the next equation, or excuse me, to the next step. Multiplication and division are what occur next, M and D in PEMDAS. Here, the division is 12 over 4. But then you say, well, that's actually a fraction. Yes, but fractions are also division problems. This division problem in particular is 12 divided by 4. And 12 divided by 4 is 3, and you plug that back into the equation. And if you check with the calculator and put 12 divided by 4, you'll see that it gets 3. And then finally, the last steps are addition and subtraction, and that is just 3 plus 5, and that becomes 7, which is the last step. So we are done with this. That answer at the end is 8, and we were able to get this correct answer and avoid the incorrect ones by following the PEMDAS order of operations. So that was this video on order of operations and PEMDAS. I highly encourage you guys to try these out. The problems that involve using PEMDAS get a little bit trickier, a little bit more complicated, but again, just following that order and going and following the steps of PEMDAS, you'll get that right answer. We are now done with section 1. In the next video, we're going to start with section 2, where we're going over more algebra terms needed for the GED math test. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.